Okay, so I turned off every single notification on my phone for the next 7 days. That means no pings, no DMs, no tiny dopamine hits, just pure silence. And I did it thinking that I'd be more focused, maybe pick up a new hobby or something, become a best version of myself, the usual. But what actually happened was not that. Now, before I start this challenge, I set some ground rules for myself. Rule number 1, turn off everything. That means no banners, no lock screen, total blackout. Rule number 2, if I want to know if someone called me or texted me, then I have to check manually. Rule number 3, no cheating. So I kicked things off around noon on a Sunday, and at first, everything just kind of felt normal and sometimes oddly peaceful, like I was in control. But then something weird happened. Anxiety. And it's not because I was missing notifications, but because I wasn't getting any. No text, no calls, no meme sends, nothing. And it kind of felt like I was ghosted by the entire world. And ironically, to make sure that I'm not missing anything important, I ended up checking my phone more than usual, just to make sure that silent wasn't a mistake. And that's when it hit me. It wasn't the content that I craved, it was the interruptions. That little burst of something new, like a ping, a vibration, does something to your brain. So I got really curious at this point, like what actually happens to our brain when we get a new notification. Turns out every ping triggers a tiny dopamine hit, the same chemical that drives our sense of reward and pleasure. And that's what makes us check our phones again and again and again. Now, you may ask, did anyone try to reach me? Yeah. There are a few missed calls, some texts, but nothing earth-shattering, at least not yet. But here's the twist. By day 3, I was actually checking my phone way less than I did than day 1. It kind of felt like my brain just stopped expecting anything from me. And just in that silence, I actually got my stuff done way early. Like I just finished creating whole thumbnail for this video from start to finish without any breaks, no TikTok rabbit holes, or no let me just check real quick. And honestly, it was the most focused I felt in weeks. And that actually made me realize that the more I ignored my phone, the more I reclaimed myself. But as you know, not every day is ideal. And just as you, I still have work, responsibilities, and deadlines to make. And because of this challenge, I did miss few important things such as like my work emails, my meeting updates, stuff that I should have seen sooner. Just so that I don't lose my job, I had to turn on my work email notifications back on. And I know that technically breaks the rule that I made earlier, but the whole point of this challenge wasn't to go off grid, but it was about gaining the control back from your phone. And by the end of the week, the silence didn't feel strange anymore, like everything just felt normal. But the real question that you may have is, does the shift happen? And the answer to that is no. It did not really transform me, and I didn't become any productivity guru or something like that. I still check my phone, I scroll TikTok, Instagram, everything. But the real difference now is I choose to do that, not my phone. And just that one thing actually makes a huge difference. I even talked to my friend Hassani about this, and turns out he also tried something similar in the past as well.
Turned off the notifications primarily for Instagram and TikTok, and then I just eventually just deleted the app. It was kind of difficult. I'm always so used to looking at reels or things that people send me, but eventually it got a little bit easier.
So moving forward, I'm making some essential changes to my phone and how I use it. So I'll turn on my notifications back on for only essential things like my phone, messages, work emails. And I'll keep all the social media such as Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything off. That way I can fully control when I want to use those apps and not the other way around. And from this challenge, I've learned something really important. So think of this like your attention is a currency. That means that apps, platforms, and even notification, they all want to spend it. So the more you give, the more they want. And ask yourself, how many times you have made that impulsive purchase when you didn't really needed that item, but just because you got a notification and then you just started browsing and you just got more into it and you just bought it. And if you never tried something like this before, I would say give a shot for a day or two, not to hack your life or become better. Just remember what it feels like when you are the one in control. Like and subscribe, and let me know if you tried something like this before. Did it change you or not? Or you could just turn off your notifications and just forget that I exist. That works too.